team ban.
Yeah.
Dire team ban.
Good evening, guys. It's been a tiresome day, but this is Mac Gaming Warhog bringing you to Sara Kollo versus Envy game in this MSDT tournament season 1, and this is
10
game number
seconds
2
remaining.
in the series of 2. And Sara Kollo
5 seconds
have
remaining.
taken the toll in the last game, and Envy with a fantastic performance there, bringing the
Reserve
game
time.
back into their court and pushing at the right time and finishing the job. So well played there by Team Envy. Though there was a goal deficit
Radiant team back.
against them, Sarakolo were quite ahead in terms of gold, on almost 8 to 10k gold lead. But Team Envy got the right kills at the right time, forced out the buybacks, and killed the heroes again, and took the game.
10 seconds
So
remaining.
let's see if game 2 is also as exciting as game 1 was. I'm quite hoping it would be. There's been a small roster change for Team Envy actually. We have Tultras, their underdogs team captain, playing in for Team Envy, as one of their players had some power issues.
Radiant team pick.
So we see Doom being picked up this time by Sarakolo, and Envy this time
Radiant
picking up
team
the
pick.
Slardar. Let's see what Team Envy has got to offer in this. Looking for a support there. Vyvan comes out there from Team Envy.
Dire team pick.
Now Sarakolo looking to pick up their hero. Probably is going to be the second pick support. Looking at Dazzle should be a good option there. Always picked up if not banned. Here we go. Dazzle being picked up by Sarakolo.
Dire team ban.
Now coming back to the second ban phase. Alchemist being banned out by Envy, also the Undying going out of the pool, and this time Sarakolo banning out that TA, the signature hero of Envy's mid Shizzy. T has been banned out by Sarakolo, so Shizzy is gonna be quite disappointed with that ban. So the SF, the
10 seconds remaining.
Tuskar and the TA being banged out by Sarakolo. Meanwhile, we see an Alke Undying and Quap banned by NV. So let's see if Shizzy, what hero is Shizzy gonna play this time? As we saw in the last game, he was quite fast to get to the
10
Desolator.
seconds
Though they had a few issues in the earlier on into the game, they were
5
dying off.
seconds
But
remaining.
Shizzy does manage to get his farm bang on spot and do the right thing and burst off the heroes.
Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Wind Ranger at your service.
Here we see
Dire
Wind
team.
Ranger being picked up by NV, and it looks like this is gonna be the Shizzy hero in the middle lane, and NV has banned out Dina. Meanwhile, Sarakolo banning out their witch doctor. Now Sarakolo looking out for their mid hero as well as the carry. Last time they had picked up Lina, and she did deliver in terms of farm and execution, but just the team did not
10
follow up
seconds remaining.
with the Envy's attack.
5 seconds remaining.
So let's see if Sarakolo have some change of plans now.
Reserve time.
Convict doing the picking there for Envy and Hockey there for Team Sara Kollo. Sara Kollo digging down into the reserves, and time is ticking. They need to make a decision there, and they pick up the Earthshaker there. I think it's gonna go on the in hands of AB there. Quite a awesome Earthshaker player coming in with the right fissures and blocks. Digging down into the reserves, and time is ticking. They need to make a decision there, and they pick up the Earthshaker there. I think it's gonna go on the in hands of AB there. Quite a awesome Earthshaker player coming in with the right fissures and blocks. Digging down into the reserves, and time is ticking. They need to make a decision there, and they pick up the Earthshaker there. I think it's gonna go on the in hands of AB there. Team Envy now. It's their time to pick. Let's see. Carry hero missing there for Team Envy in hands of. Looks like Tultras is gonna be taking into the carry position as the carry player has disconnected. So let's see if Tultras will be able to keep up with the Envy standards. I'm sure he will be, as he's from one of the other better known teams in Pakistan, the Underdogs. Rubik being picked up there, and it looks like it's an HSS hero there for the play. Convict will be going on that Wyvern, HSS on the Rubik, Shizzy on in the middle lane, Stone Cola on the Slara, and probably we're gonna see Tultras playing up the carry hero. And now Sara Kollo have some thinking to do, as Rubik looks like a dangerous pickup there for Envy, as there is Doom to steal, there is the always available Fissure to steal, and they can cleverly stolen Fissure can and cleverly put Fissure rather can suddenly turn the tides on Sara Kollo's side. I mean on Envy's side there. So they have to be careful of this Rubik pick.
10 seconds remaining.
The thing about Rubik, the Zeus being brought out by Sara Kollo. I haven't seen this much in competitive play or in this meta recently, but Zeus is gonna be quite an exceptional pick there. I mean, Rubik, Wind Ranger, Wyvern, all a little bit of weaker on the HP side. So the Zeus is gonna be quite magnificent to do a lot of damage going on to those heroes. And now Envy will be quite surprised there with the pick, and would look to do something about it. They ban out the
Dire team back.
Tenza Zenzetsu's hero, the Phantom Lancer, and now Sara Kollo will look to ban out a carry as well. So
10 seconds
let's see what
remaining.
carries position 1 do we have on both these sides.
5 seconds remaining.
The Wraith King being banned out by Sara Kollo. Quite the popular pick these days, Wraith King as a carry, because I don't know, he's just popular. I don't know why he's back into the meta, but he does provide quite the buff there to the team, and here we see an anti-mage being picked up by Team NV. And now Sara Kollo will be thinking about their lineup, as the anti-mage will be quite devastating if he goes in for the split push. But Sara Kollo do have some sort of shutdown on their side. Actually, it's one of the best shutdown in the game. The Doombringer is there for the anti-mage, so they shouldn't be sweating much on this last pick, and they should think in to get their carry hero right. The Gyrocopters out there in the pool to do some nice damage. And let's see who else is there. They go in for the Spectre. So we are going to see an anti-mage versus the Spectre going out head to head in this battle up. So for the guys who've joined us right now, this is Sara Kollo versus Team NV. Sara Kollo from Sri Lanka and Team NV from Pakistan, bringing and this is Mac Gaming Warhog bringing to you MSDT Season 1 match number 2 in this series. Let's go. Here we go. We've started out with the pause, and if I'm not wrong, Gopya is also joining me. Hi Gopya, how are you?
Oh, I'm good. You're absolutely right for a change, Anand. Warhog, I should say. I have joined you indeed, and it's customary that we start with a pause.
Yes.
Without that,
we cannot
the
have
game
any
can't
of
go
the
on.
games. Yes.
Exactly. Just give me a minute. I'll be back. I'm just adjusting some settings.
Sure.
All right, I'm back. So
That was fast.
let's go through the lineups.
Yeah, go ahead and introduce Team NV.
Yeah, and we've got Convict on the Slardar. So Convict usually plays the support role, but considering that they've got Ultras standing in, Convict is going to go for his offlane role, which he used to play earlier. Shizzy, surprisingly, playing the carry. Now Shizzy is usually their mid, but he's going to play an anti-mage, carry anti-mage.
It looks-
Golda,
Yeah, it looks like it's gonna be
Yeah,
a
you
mid
say?
Rubik.
no, I don't think so. It's
Oh
gonna
wait,
be
there's a
mid-
Wind Ranger. Yeah, forgot.
Wind Ranger.
Yes, just saw
Yeah,
that.
it's going to be a mid ranger, and you'll probably have Winter Wyvern in the mid helping the Wind Ranger, and Rubik in the bottom helping Shizzy on the anti-mage, and Convict laning solo in the off lane.
Yeah.
And now take us through the SK draft.
Yeah, quite the switcheroo there on Team NV's side. We see a couple of players changing in the position. Shizzy going there on the anti-mage, and Convict going on the off-lane role, and Stone Kollo probably is going to take up mid. Meanwhile, in the Sara Kollo, the Sri Lankan camp, we have Paradox there on the Zeus. I'm quite excited to see a Zeus finally in the
Hello?
game. And Tenza Zengetsu there on the Spectre, another interesting hero.
Oh,
to be
your
picked.
voice just disappears in the middle of nowhere.
Maybe you should check your settings.
Okay, I don't know what the problem is. Okay, I can hear you now.
Yeah, so going on, AB Sama there on the Earthshaker. He's quite known to be devastating with that hero. We saw in the double damage tournament, didn't we, Gopya? Beautiful fissures and
Oh, yes,
echo
we
slams
definitely
coming
did.
out from him. Stand-in Satan there, off-laner, Doombringer, and Hockey is gonna be playing that Dazzle role again. He played it in the last, quite selfless supporting hero done by Hockey.
Yes, and we're gonna see Paradox on the ZS. We're gonna go mid. So
What do you think about this
actually,
ZS
Hockey-
pick?
No. Yeah, well, the ZS pick, it's not the most commonly picked mid hero in this meta, but we have seen him being played. Considering that, well, what would you say? It's a good hero to pick off the supports, you know.
Yeah,
as
it came off as a
low
surprise to
HP.
me, to be honest, going against the lineup of NV, and rather the NV team itself going out for the unusual draft. But Paradox is there on the Zeus, and if he plays his cards right, he's gonna do a massive amount of damage earlier into the game. We have the Wind Ranger who's also who kinda is low on HP. We have the Rubik who has low HP there. So there are quite a few targets for this Zeus to bring down. and not to forget there is a Spectre to follow up the damage of the Zeus. So always you have to remember the Spectre can haunt you.
Yes, definitely. Didn't really see Paradox play as Zeus in double damage. This is the first time I'll be seeing him, but like you said, they've got 3 squishy heroes there on the side of Envy, and they can be pretty easily picked up by the ZS spells.
So Gopia, how have you been? It's been quite a long period since we've casted any games together as such. So what's up?
I don't know why, but I keep losing you in between. It was happening last game, even when I was spectating the last game. But I'm presuming it's been a long time since we've casted together. How have I been? I've been pretty good. Yeah, I missed casting. Been a long time. It feels good to be back.
Can you tell me how much ping you are having at your end?
Yeah, I just did. Well, the ping is 90.
Well, mine is 44, but this shouldn't be much of an issue. I don't know what's up with this, but it certainly
No,
looks.
the reborn is a pretty shitty thing.
No, actually, I like it actually because earlier in the Dota 1 source client, I mean Dota 2 source 1 client, I used to get a ping of about like 190 odd, but now the ping has dropped down to 33. So kudos to Valve who's made this possible.
No problem, and I mean no complaints about that, but it's still buggy. I mean,
Yeah, it's gonna be buggy. I mean, it's gonna take time till Reborn is like Dota 1. I mean, when Source 1 came out, it was buggy as well. But since that time it wasn't popular, people didn't complain that much, as they did get to play Dota 2 in much better fashion. And now they're just suddenly complaining because of Source 2. But it's gonna fade away soon, as daily we are seeing bugs have been reducing in the Dota 2 client. And do we have a go call? No, we don't.
Yeah, definitely. Anything new takes a bit of time to come good. I'm sure once Reborn is fixed, it'll be pretty good. But now we do seem to have a few issues. And what's keeping us here? Apparently, the Wind Ranger is AFK. I can only guess this is a toilet or a dinner break. So guys, just to remind you, this is actually a best of 2 matchup, but this is the group stage of the Metal Giant tournament. But if Envy win this, if SK win this, then Envy and SK will be tied up on points, and to decide who will be the first in the group, there will be a tiebreaker. So if Sara Kollo do win this match, it will go to a third game.
Yeah, it will go to a third game if Sara Kollo wins this match, but I think not tonight. There'll be a reschedule there for that next game.
Yeah, there will be. And Warhog, what happened in the last game? I mean, till the time that I was watching, Sara Kollo were dominating. They were
Yeah,
leading
Sara
something
Kollo
like
was
22 in kills.
Sara Kollo was dominating, and they had the lead of around 8 to 10,000 in net worth and experience. But suddenly they had to buy back to defend their base, and Envy were pushing in quite hard in the middle lane. But the IO and Luna decided to go up for the split push, and it kind of paid the price. Luna falling there, I think, in the battle, and this gave Envy the opportunity to open up the map and take two side megas in one go. And it was just a matter of time then until they pushed in and finished them. So I think a bit, even though I think in till the end there was a slight favor in terms of gold and experience in Sarako's side, but Envy just pushing in at the right time and doing the job.
Yeah, if you saw yesterday's game, I think the second game of the Nanyang finals, uh, Secret had a 25k lead in net worth and AXP, but both the teams were pretty evenly farmed. The gangs, it didn't seem like Secret had a big lead. The gangs were going pretty even.
Yeah, it all comes down to an execution level when even though there is a slight of difference in gold or inventories, it's how you use your five heroes in conjunction to the others with the synergy, of course. So I mean, Secret have shown us quite the gameplay of Dota in the recent times with those amazing combos, and I'm quite actually happy to see the new Secret coming up.
Alright, Warhog, I'll just be back in case the game starts. Start off the cast and I'll be back.
Okay, meanwhile this pause is going on. Listen to the Dead Mouth chill pack which I've got for you guys. Okay, meanwhile this pause is going on. Listen to the Dead Mouth chill pack which I've got for you guys. Okay, meanwhile this pause is going on. Listen to the Dead Mouth chill pack which I've got for you guys. Okay, it looks like we have the unpause, and let's go. Gopia, are you here? Okay, it looks like Gopia isn't here, but never mind. We're gonna start away the game. Oh God, Shizzy has disconnected yet again. So we'll have to wait. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, here we go. Gopi, are you there? Okay, never mind. So here we go, guys. Envy versus Team Sara Kollo. Rather, Team Envy versus Sara Kollo. Let me remind you, Envy from Pakistan and Sara Kollo from Sri Lanka. Both of these teams are known to be the best, if not the best, rather one of the best in their own region. And here they are battling it out in the Metal Scene Dota 2 tournament, season number 1. And here we see Thunder Zengetsu has overextended a bit. He's gonna just use his dagger and clip down. It looks like Sara Kollo intended to bait this, but Thunder Zengetsu in a bit of trouble. Convict comes from the other side. This looks like first blood going towards Envy's favor. Sara Kollo's plan has been foiled. Zengetsu bit overcommitted. Tultras has got the boots actually, and he's gonna put Paradox back onto AB. There's no fissure mana available, and Paradox is on low HP. Meanwhile, Spectre has returned to the engagement, but he's gonna go back to the lane. Both the runes picked up there by Envy, and your Shizzy right clicking away Saturn and doing quite a lot of damage there in the bottom lane. Can this actually, no, he won't dive down. He's just trying to force out the salve, which the Doom doesn't have, so the Doom is gonna be a bit careful there. Probably take up Scorched Earth. No, he doesn't. He picks up Devour to get that extra bit of gold. And now let's take a look at the laning phases we have at our hands. Convict in the off lane, switching roles from support to off lane, is going to be facing up with that sladder against Dazzle, who's played by Hockey. AB Sama on the Earthshaker. The Fissure comes in on the wrong side, never mind. And Tanga Zengetsu on the Spectre. The tri lane going out for Sara Kollo. Quite standard there. Meanwhile, in the middle lane, the Zeus has spammed out all his mana. Meanwhile, Windrunner is on full HP. So,
Alright, Warhog, I'm back. Are you there?
yeah, hi Gopya, I am here. Can you hear me?
And yeah, I can hear you. And what happened? How did Envy draw the first blood?
Yeah, it was Tenza Zengetsu who gave away the first blood, trying to do some funny shenanigans at the top rune, being caught off by Tultras, and Convict did the finishing job there with the stun.
Okay.
And it's quite interesting to see this actually. Sara Kollo have abandoned the lane. Hello.
Hello, I lost
Yeah.
you, Warhog.
Yeah. I wasn't saying anything, but anyways, so I was saying Sara Kollo have lost the Doom there in the bottom lane, and he's been forced back to do some other things, gone into the neutrals. He's picked up the Frost Armor rather from the neutrals, and it's gonna help him survive more in the off lane. And difficult lane there for Doom.
Has suddenly become a first phase pick now. Out of the blue after...
In the middle lane, here we see Sara Kollo picking up the kill on the Wind Ranger. There was a rotation there by Earthshaker on the Haste Rune, with the Haste Rune rather. The Zeus backing him up, and Tultras has now moved into the lane to take some much needed XP. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Convict is going against Hockey. This can be a bit of trouble there for Convict. Actually, he turns back and hits up Hockey. And now Tanza Zengetsu is a bit short on the Spectral Dagger there, so Convict is going to be safe for the time being.
Yeah, he's about 10 mana short on the Spectral Dagger. And let's quickly take the last touch and the denies. Shizzy is leading the charts pretty much ahead of his next competitor. He's got 20 creeps and 12 denies. The Doom is not really getting a lot of EXP over here. He's still on level 1. And like you said, he had to be forced into the top lane. So, a few problems here for Doom. But how do you see this game progressing? What do you feel about it in the late game? It's going to be a Spectre versus Anti-Mage late game. Doom
In the bottom lane, Doom in bit of trouble there. He's falling fast. Tultras body blocking there with the Rubik. Nice play there coming out from Tultras.
AB Sama coming here to try to get that on the Rubik and get the kill, but he's not going to get that. He's got a fissure on Shizzy, but Shizzy should escape. And AB's lost all his mana thanks to the anti-mage. So like I was saying, Warhog, as the game progresses into a late game, who do you see it favoring?
Now it depends how late game are we talking about. Sara Kollo have obviously the better late game, I would say, with the Spectre coming into play. I mean, a Spectre late game can just 1v3, 1v4 the team.
Yeah.
What happened?
Yeah. Okay, she's safe now. Spectre was going low, but she's safe now.
Yeah, Spectre was safe. She was just neutraling there with the Dazzle. So she's gonna be healed up. Here we see the rotation coming out from Tultras. Actually, now this can be the turn where Spectre can die, but a nice healing wave coming out, turning the tides there on Convict. He's gonna rush back to base, it looks like, as he doesn't have any sort of regen on him. And a nice ultimate by Zeus, gonna finish off the job on Sladar.
Yeah, some good team communication there by Sara Kollo. Sladar going down, Convict going down on Sladar, and Paradox just using his ulti to finish off Convict.
Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, never mind, it's just gonna be a few harassment shots coming out from the Winter Wyvern and Shizzy. So Doombringer facing up quite in a difficult lane against even two of the heroes. He's not been able to get much out of the lane. He's just got the 8 creeps against.
Yeah, he's got just 8 creeps over there, and well, he's doing a bit better than what we saw him do last time. I mean, he was still at level 1 a couple of minutes ago, but he's moved up to level 4. So he's getting that experience.
The Wyvern is actually roaming naked there, no inventory in him. So it's quite weird to see. Probably he is the selfless support of Team Envy this time, and he's gonna go and buy up his boots probably. First inventory. Now in the middle lane, beautiful catching there by the Zeus.
Kill on the Rubik in the mid lane. Stone Gold might be in a bit of trouble. What is Sara doing? He's not okay. That's a fissure, but that's a very late fissure. He could have used the fissure earlier to block Cold from getting behind the tower. Spectre not going to go for that Radiance. He's going to go for a Vanguard, it seems. And we have 4 heroes in the top lane. This Sladar might be in a bit of trouble if AB can get his fissure right.
The Convict already using up his stun. AB is gonna miss out on the first and the second stun there. Convict just walking back. He's gonna turn back and stun, but actually he's gonna be saved.
From someone like Iluyu.
Not really messing up. Actually, why did he go in for the enchant totem was quite weird. Should have just focused on getting the first fissure right. And never mind, that happens.
Could have gotten him before he entered the forest. He could have gotten him in the lane itself, but some confusing fissures there for me. From maybe remind me to mock him about that later.
Sure.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Let's see what Jay's got. His mana boots have been completed,
Is under attack.
and he's got 1.5k in the bank.
He's looking to get that early blink dagger advantage to finish off the paper heroes on the other side. And now Convict pings coming out in the top lane. The Dazzle is rotated in.
What do you think about Spectre getting a Vanguard? I mean, in this meta, I have nearly seen Spectre always go for Radiance.
Well, now if the heroes against you are Wind Ranger, Anti-Mage, Sladar, who are gonna do a lot of physical damage, getting a Vanguard does make sense, doesn't it, Gopya?
Yes, Yes, I totally agree, but I mean, Spectre always goes for a Vanguard later, but what I've seen is in
Yeah, continue.
in the early game you generally go for a Radiance, and with the Radiance you can farm the Vanguard up in like 5 minutes.
Well, you can only get the radiance if you're getting the free farm. That is, I mean, an easy farm, and I could say in front of the Slardar, it's easy farm, but it's not the easiest, especially if you're playing against Envy. And let me remind you, this is not a pub game to go for a direct radiance. This is a tournament game coming up at hand, and your itemization against the enemy team
Well,
is
probably
gonna.
there's a possibility that she's just gone for the Ring of Health to get that region, and she's gonna go for that Radiance now.
That also could be true, but uh, I mean, yeah, it looks like he's going for that. But if I was in place, I would have gotten the Vanguard first to help out the teammates, because there's a Zeus in the in the same team. The global damage is gonna be quite substantial. So if you have the maybe the Vanguard earlier on, you
Yeah, if you
can
have the-
go and
Exactly.
get the finishing kills. But Radiance is also quite shiny, so that works.
No, and considering that there are 3 DPS heroes on the side of Envy, Radiance gives you that 20%.
Yeah, forgot about that buff on Radiance. I think it's quite sick to have the Radiance damage, the burn damage, plus fucking 20% evasion there. Now here, you obviously 3 heroes have rotated in the top lane. AB Sama looking in for the right Fisher. He's gonna be lifted up by Battle Trust. Fisher comes, it doesn't come actually. And now Tenza Zengetsu in bit of trouble. This looks like Tenza Zengetsu is gonna, actually he's gonna go in the middle lane. He's gonna fall off to the Windrunner. And Dazzle picking up a kill actually,
There by one way.
and the return kill there by the Zeus, and now only Tultrus remaining in the top lane, and it looks like it looked like actually the
it's
gank had gone in
2-2.
favor of.
Yeah, it looked like the gang had gone in favor of Envy, but they get the 2 kills that they lost. Surprising there, AB not using the Fissure again. I wonder what he's doing. He's probably high, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, Spectre has proved us wrong again. She's gone for Phase Boots and Aquila, not going for the Vanguard or the Radiance.
Yeah, because she died right now, if I'm not wrong. So that sets the standstill for the bank amount, and this is what forced Tenza Zengetsu to get in for that early game inventory. But meanwhile, in the bottom lane there, Winter Wyvern picking up a kill on Zeus, who had rotated bottom to get a kill on Shizzy, who's gonna be fine there, healing up by the Wyvern. So let's take a look in terms of.
And Doom's being saturated up in the bottom lane. He's being followed by 3 heroes. He's in a bit of trouble. He's gonna go down pretty easily here.
Yeah, the Doom getting caught up there by the Shackle shot. Kind of a misplay coming out. Both the core hero falling there for Team Sara, Kollo, and now Envy have picked up their chunk of lead there from Sara, Kollo's side. In terms of goal and experience, of course. But still neck to neck, 6-5, Envy leading.
Yeah, pretty much neck to neck, but I feel Sara Kollo could have easily had a couple of kills more if they had played their cards right.
Yes, especially in that top gank. And looks like I was wrong there about getting the blink on Zeus. He's opted to go there for the Hand of Midas and boost up his leveling and gold.
Yeah, it's always good to get those extra quick levels on the ZS. And the more the level difference, the more the ultimate hits the opposition. Doom is probably stacking up for a Hand of Midas as well.
Yeah, I mean, Sara Kollo realized that they have started off pretty, I mean, not as much as they would expect. Anti-Mage has been farming quite well in the bottom lane, and so is the Wind Ranger in the middle lane. As you can see in the net worth charts, we can see both the heroes, Anti-Mage and Wind Runner from Team NV, leading the net worth charts, followed then by the Dire heroes.
Yeah, they're farming pretty well, and Anti-Mage is pretty close to his Battle Fury. He's about 600 gold away from his Battle Fury. So I'm assuming it should be about a 15-16 minute Battle Fury, which is not bad at all.
Yep. And then he will do things what an anti-mage does. Blink farm, blink farm, blink farm till your 6-pack, and still then go ahead and blink farm further. But yeah, that's anti-mage for you guys. Meanwhile, Spectre has decided to again start building her bank balance. This time she's gone for the stout shield, and this time I'm quite confident that he is gonna pick up that Vanguard.
Yeah, considering that he's already, it's a she actually. Considering she's already died.
Actually, it's an it.
In the first 12 minutes.
In Dota 1, Spectre does not have any gender.
Well, in Dota 2, she is a female. Okay, this action in the bottom lane. Shizzy has been doomed up. Oh, he's been healed up by the 1-1, but I think he will go down there because he's still doomed up.
And in comes Tender Zenzetsu with his haunt and finishing off the job on the Winter Wyvern. Sara, Kollo there playing it quite right, but 4 heroes have rotated bottom lane. They've committed this in the bottom lane, and now pings are coming out to get this level 1, tier 1 tower, sorry.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah. If you notice, for the late game, the only lockdown that Sara Kollo have on the anti-mage is the Doom.
Radiant structures
Yes,
are
there is the Doom and as well the Earthshaker who provides
under attack.
And the
decent
top
amount of
lane, Dazzle is
lockdown.
going to go down.
Oh, sorry, I missed out on that kill over there. Top lane, Dazzle falls down as the rest of his team are busy trading down towers in the bottom lane. So as we can see, Envy's movement over here, all of them have started to gather near the top tower, looking to get that trade off. But the top tower for team Sara Kollo is standing quite strong, so they'll have enough time to come in and protect it.
Yeah, it's on near full HP. And as you were saying, the Earthshaker is also there to get his stuns on the anti-mage, but well, considering he's got that high magic resistance, something like a Fissure or the Earthshaker stuns they might tie him down for a small while, but they won't really damage him.
Anyways, I mean,
primary target will be an anti-mage.
yeah, but the Doom's main job is to silence the anti-mage rather than do any damage from the Doom, and then it's up to the carries to do the damage. But yeah, you're quite right. I mean, they do not have much of a lockdown to get this anti-mage done, apart from that
We
big
saw
Doom.
what hell an anti-mage can let loose if you don't have a good lockdown, like Eternal, and we showed us yesterday. And
There
that's
is the
Battle
Midas
Fury completed.
picked up for the Doom, as well as the Fury being picked up by Shizzy on that anti-mage. 15 minutes Fury there coming out for Shizzy, and now soon we are gonna see some stacks coming out from Envy.
Well, Spectre has proved us wrong again.
Yeah, she's stacking. I've seen
When
that
it
now.
looked like she was going to go for a Vanguard. Kenta
Yeah.
then gets who says, "Fuck these casters, I'm going to prove them wrong. I'll go for a Radiant."
Yeah, I think probably he's going in for the safe bit, and he's looking to farm up that bank. And if he manages to get it, quite good. If he dies in the middle, maybe once or twice, then he would be forced to get off that Vanguard. And now AB Sama in bit of trouble. Fisher's been
Convict.
stolen. Actually, not Fisher.
And
It
Tultras
was.
get that kill on the Earthshaker, but they're being pursued here, but Tultras moving away in the mid lane. In the meanwhile, Wind Ranger gets
In the
that
bottom
kill on
lane,
the-
Spectre has haunted to get the kill off on this anti-mage who's been doomed up. They aren't able to find this anti-mage. Juke's coming out from Shizzy, and he's
Oh,
managed to
that's
run
right.
away,
Juke's coming
and the
there
Doom
from
is
Shizzy.
expired, and
Shizzy has lost the Doom on him, and he'll blink away. Some good play coming out there from Shizzy, and he just proved that he's just an effective carry as an effective mid. Warhog, are you here?
Yeah, I am here. I'm just trying to figure out what's wrong with my mic. Give me a second.
No, I don't think there's a problem with the mic. I think it's a respawn issue because even last game when I was spectating, I was asking the other spectators, and even they agreed that your voice was being lost somewhere in the middle. And it would suddenly come back.
My thanks.
Well, I do not know what's going on with my mic, but I'll pay more attention towards my mic icon next time. So, to make sure that my voice is being passed on. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. Huh?
Yeah,
like you said,
that's great.
Shizzy clearing out stacks.
In the middle lane, beautiful shackle. Wow, beautiful shackle coming out there from the Wind Ranger, but there was immediate response there from Sara Kollo, coming out and committing those two ultimates, the Haunt and the Thunderground's Wrath, and finishing off the Slada as well as the Wind Ranger. And now Sara Kollo looking to be
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, and finally AB getting a fissure right, catching a couple of heroes in the fissure. And let's see what spec, how much. Okay, Spectre is about 200 gold away from what is that called? That okay, Secret Rally.
bit of banter going out between Gopya and the Earthshaker over there.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Alright, let's quickly check the network charts, and Henry did have a bit of a lead, but now it's come back to the 0 mark, and that's the difference in EXP, so sorry.
Under attack.
And if you check the net worth, it's about 1,000 lead for Sara Kollo.
But pretty much neck to neck game we are having on our side over here. And Spectre about to reach his relic. Actually, he's got 3800 gold. He's gonna pick it up in this frog, and that's gonna be relic for him. But Radiant's still a bit far away.
Yeah, it's about 5 minutes away from the Radiance, and Zeus has used his ultimate. I am guessing that was a scouting ultimate.
Yeah, they're looking to get something done at the Roshan pit, or probably it was just scouting out if Envy are doing Roshan by themselves. They do scout out Shizzy there with the observer ward, but Shizzy is quite clever. Actually, there's an observer ward being placed here who scouts out Sara Kollo's movement. Actually, we haven't seen many smoke gangs, have we, Gopya, in this match?
No, and I heard you mention it in the last game as well, that there were not a lot of good smoke gangs.
Yeah,
Considering
that's
that
true.
These are top teams, you would expect more of them, wouldn't you?
Exactly my thoughts. And so you can see smoke of deceit for Sara Kollo have been stocked up to 3,
That was
and
a perfect shackle there by the Wind Ranger, and I think that was a smoke gang by the Wind Ranger and the Slardar on the Spectre.
sorry, missed out on that gank. And here we see again these guys have smoked up. Oh, just expired over here. Meanwhile, Shizzy's gonna spot off Hockey there, roaming alone on the Dazzle. There is stun coming out from AB Sama, but as you can see, the Doom. Why didn't he just Doom? Why didn't he just Doom?
Well, the Doom went for a hurl boulder.
Yeah.
He probably thought that he could stun him first and then use the Doom later, but would have been a better idea to use the Doom first.
Ah, such small plays come into play, like, and that could have been like tier 1 tower for Sara Kollo, confirmed. And now they look to bit on the defensive side. Convict there.
He's chasing the Zeus with wind run. Shackle shot catching the Zeus. Zeus is in a bit of trouble. Rubik steals. What did he steal? He stole the lightning bolt and the Zeus will go down.
This looks like Roshan for Team Envy.
Yeah, and I think it should be an uncontested Roshan.
Yeah, no doubt about that.
Zeus.
Yeah, we see negative armor coming into play. Roshan is just gonna melt down 22 minutes into the game. There's a lot of damage there on Envy's side. We've got the Wind Ranger who's hitting quite hard with the Scepter. The Anti-Mage has finished up the Fury plus the Yasha. Sara Kollo in bit of trouble. What would you say?
Yes, definitely. We see a lot of farm going in towards the Envy pose. Scepter already completed for Wind Ranger. You also have an Anti-Mage with Yasha. He's nearly got that 2100 needed for the ultimate orb. He's gonna get that Manta soon. And you have a blink and 1.5k on the Slardar. Okay, now Windy has a blink as well. So a bit of trouble definitely for Sara Kollo. They're gonna have to get that Radiance on the Spectre quite fast.
Yeah, that's right. He's gonna be a bit more farther from getting the Radiance. It's already 23 minutes in.
In a couple of minutes he'll have a Radiance, and 2-3 minutes after that he'll complete. She'll complete her Vanguard, and after that they'll be better going into the ganks.
Is under attack.
Yeah, but on the other side, I mean, Envy have managed to get so much out of this last two sides. Here we see Wind Ranger, beautiful. And Shizzy isn't done with just one kill. He blinks in forward to get some damage done on AB over there. But this is Doom down, and this is Envy's right chance to push.
Well, it would have all gone differently if Doom would have got the Doom on that image in that river gang. They wouldn't have been able to go for the Roshan, and Sara Kollo probably could have gone for a Roshan themselves.
Yes, you're quite right over there. And actually now we can see Doombringer has picked up the Blink Dagger in his inventory, so he's gonna have even more options to put out that Doom onto that Anti-Mage. But again, just giving up his life like this is not gonna help his team, and they should really think about it. As we can see, Envy have started to get their lead quite right. 4,000 in terms of gold, 7,500 in terms of experience. They have pressed on the accelerator now.
Oh yes, definitely. And Anti-Mage has already completed his Manta. Like 24 minutes into the game, you have a pretty farmed Anti-Mage. And he's just gonna keep pushing those lanes.
He has a Manta with a Vlad's. I did not see the Vlad's in his inventory for quite some
Sara
time.
has a Midas as well.
Wow, this looks like trouble for Team Sara Kollo, unless they can do something there with the Spectre. But he just finished up his Radiance, and it's gonna be a bit of
Dire's top tower is under attack.
What do you think Sara Kollo's next move should be?
I think they should just hold up high ground. I mean, stop Envy from pushing up from all sides. I mean, let them take the exterior towers and just hold base. I mean, that's the only option. Get that 1 or 2 pick off if you can onto that Anti-Mage or something like that, and just hold till the Spectre farms a bit and
exactly.
is able to come and tank up the damage in the ganks.
From the high ground until Wind Ranger loses her ages, which will be in the next 2 minutes. But I don't think anyone's gonna stop Envy from getting this T2 tower.
Yeah. Tough times there for Sara Kollo. I mean, the Anti-Mage is farmed, the Wind Ranger is quite buffed with that Aghanim Scepter plus a Shackle shots are a bang on spot. Not to mention this angry fish Slardar, who's been blinking in and stunning 2 to 3 heroes every time. So Envy are playing their cards quite right, and Sara Kollo have some thinking to do now.
Yes, definitely. We'll see the Vanguard up on the Spectre in the next minute or so, and after that they'll have a bit of better ganking potential. Bloodstone completed by the ZS, and now, if I'm not mistaken, he's going to go for that blink.
And it looks like Sara Kollo smoked right under Envy's ward. Yeah, they smoked right under Envy's ward. So this is, I mean,
I think that pause came out just for Envy to have a good laugh.
a strategic timeout, and here we see Sara Kollo making some few calls and to go and scout out Envy heroes. But as you can see, Envy support have just tucked in under the tower, back into the T2, so they're not taking any risks. And actually, Sara Kollo have realized that Envy are not around anywhere, and they have spotted the smoke gank, and they're not making any as such movement on the map. So quite the unsuccessful smoke gank by Sara Kollo.
Yeah, they picked up another smoke there, and you see that, okay, they've smoked up again, and you see that the Antmage has gone for a BKB instead of a pretty common heart that you see after a Manta.
And now one more smoke gank coming out from Sara Kollo. Will they be able to get anything out of this? In comes the Doom and the Hurl Boulder, and it's gonna stun up the Slardar for a while. It looks like he's gonna fall here, taking the burn damage from the Radiance as well. Convict comes in, rather the Winter Wyvern comes in and tries to heal him up, and Sara Kollo aren't done. The smoke gang working even furthermore. Tultress now in a bit of trouble. The drums have been popped to get that more speed. Glimmer Cape used by Tultress to stay alive for a bit. The Shadow Wave is gonna...
And some jukes in come to Wind Ranger. That's a nice shackle shot, but she's been hit with the intact totem hitting the Wind Ranger, and she'll go down to AB Sama's right clicks. So 4 heroes down there for Envy, a successful smoke gang.
Wow.
Finally.
I'm quite surprised there with the shenanigans Sara Kollo just pulled off. I mean, they started off the smoke gang here, they got off the kill of Slardar over here, then followed up and under the tower, got 3 more kills. I mean, that is some misplay on terms of Envy there, putting in the heroes one by one.
Quite like the Sole Pui. The enemies keep coming one by one. It's just the same for Envy. Once the Slardar fell, they should have just backed out.
But more importantly, Shizzy is, as I suggested, blink farm, blink push, blink farm. That's what he's doing, and he's picked up a BKB to fight this Zeus and the Earthshaker. And they have spotted off Shizzy there, but he's just gonna retreat. And I mean, he doesn't even bother to.
Doom was still 7 seconds on cooldown. Oh, and the illusions. Getting all the mana out from Doom.
Yeah, it's quite an annoying thing to have on the opposite. Spectre has picked up the Vanguard as we rightly predicted finally. But that's finally very, very less of an inventory to go against this anti-mage. In comes the Zeus ultimate with the Spectre. The Wind Ranger in a bit of trouble there. Nice shackle shot coming out from the Wind Ranger, shackling the Spectre Haunt Illusion and not letting the Spectre follow. Meanwhile, in the sidelines, there is Shizzy trying to get a kill off onto a bad pause there.
And what a time to pause.
Yes.
He's saying someone is DC'd, but that's not what we see. The anti-mage has this BKB on. It's a 10-second BKB, so I am assuming there's still about 7 seconds to go on the BKB, but he doesn't have his ulti.
It looks like Zeus has disconnected there So, and apparently they are having some technical issues at the Skype end as well. So we'll just wait for them to get back. But what an exciting match we are having between Envy and Sara Kollo in MSDT Season 1.
And yes, oh yes, definitely. It's a pretty exciting game. What do you think is going to happen here, Warhog?
I think Anti-Mage is gonna come and rape them all. Actually, no, his BKB is about to run out. There are 5 heroes there of Sara Kollo surrounding him. I think he's just gonna.
I think he's still got about 5 seconds on the BKB.
Yeah, and he also has the Manta, so probably he should get a kill over here and head back. There's an illusion rune also behind him if he's tempted to go and pick it up anytime soon. But let's see, AB Sama there on a little low HP
And
there.
well, Spectre is also on her way to save her heroes, and you also have Doom. Oh, I just missed that. Doom is pretty nearby. He's got a blink and he's got Doom.
Yeah, so this can be something which
And I think
Sara Kollo
that's what
should want that to happen.
Envy are indicating. Doom will look to blink in and
Doom you.
well, as we all know, the Doom goes through the BKB, so not much as he can do after that. He's got 388 last hits on that anti-mage. Well, second highest after that is Spectre with 169. That's less than half of what Sisi's got.
He's just been a monster on that anti-mage. If you take a look at the net worth graph, which I've been looking for quite some time, anti-mage stands at 20k, followed by his own teammate Windrunner at 12k, and then comes in the poor Zeus and Spectre. So I mean, this anti-mage has outfarmed everyone out of
Okay,
this
here
map.
we go. Let's see what's going on. Oh, he's been doomed. Down goes on the Rubik. Now Sisi is in trouble. He's going to go down to Tensa Zengetsu. Now Sardar is trying to run away. He does have a post-off coming up in 6 seconds. But he'll stun the Doom. He's trying to get away. Yeah, he's got the blink now. Post-offs away, blinks away, and he'll teleport back to the base.
Wow, so anti-mage did die off to the Doom there, and now Sara Kollo looking to get
He's
some.
got a 20,000 lead. 20k. I mean, he's got a 20,000 net worth and a lead of about 8k on the Zeus. But still, it seems that Sara Kollo are having the better team fights. Oh, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here and I'm getting some pro advice by the anti-mage, Mac Gaming's anti-mage player Sheshumaru here in the house, who's doubting Shizi's choice of to get the BKB, as he's suggesting should have gone for the Abyssal Blade, which I believe could have worked as well. And here we see Tensa Zengetsu in bit of trouble. Nice shackle there by the Wind Ranger. He's gonna fall off, or is he? Yes, he does.
Oh, he's gonna go down. Well, more than Abyssal, I probably think he should have gone for the heart first.
Now,
A nice cycle there on the Dazzle as well. She's turned on the BKB. Not much that AB can do, but a nice grave coming up to save. And Tensa Zengetsu will get the kill on the Rubik. The Wind Ranger manages to get away with a quick TP, but a gang that started well for Envy ended up going in favor of Sara Kollo.
not yet over there. Doom being chased up by Shizi. He's gonna get bashed up and he does die in the end. And the Doomlings are gonna also suffer the same fate. And never mind, in comes the Shizi, the Fissure there. And Shizi decides to just fight back. Wind Ranger's here to help him. This is a dieback on the Spectre. Sara Kollo falling one by one to the hard carries of Envy. Nice play there coming out from Paradox, bolting out the camp and using the Hand of Midas before denying himself and not giving the kill. But Envy completely running over Sara Kollo, and this is free Roshan now for Team Sara Kollo. I mean for Team Envy. So Roshan being picked up for free by Team Envy here.
Well, like you saw over there, if you can't get that Doom on the anti-mage, there's nothing you can do to stop him. And Tensa Zengetsu is going to be kicking himself for that dieback.
Yeah, quite so. He did get a couple of kills when he bought and haunted back. Couple of kills, rather assists. And this is it. Envy pushing in to get the first racks of the game. The Zeus ultimate is thrown out. The Doom is out on the right hero.
Okay,
The Doom is being stolen there. No, rather.
In comes Sama with the Echo Slam and he finishes off Chizzy. Oh, he finishes off the Rubik if I'm my bad. The GS is down. Spectre gets a kill on the anti-mage. Now Envy are on the run. And some nice play there by Heaven. Using the Arctic Burn to get on that cliff and teleporting away. They did get the melee barracks and the tower, so I think they should, and we should be pretty happy with that. Dazzle now picking up a Lotus Orb. And there seem to be some lag issues over here. Warhog, are you still there with me?
Yes, I'm just having some discussions with our analyst in the house. So just discussing about the new Doom and the Scepter build on him.
Yeah, he's got to be nerfed here pretty soon. I mean, the news is out, but the patch is, the new 6.85 update is yet to come out.
6.85B is currently going on. Gopya, the Doom update.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, the Doom update is already out. They've removed the damage from the Scepter, but it still does block the passive guy.
Yeah, well, so the main advantage of the Scepter now is the passive block, because the duration increases only by 1 second.
Yeah, so that's the only utility which Doom provides, but 16 seconds of passive block is quite something for an anti-mage to handle.
Oh yes, definitely. Z is trying to find some opposition wards there using his lightning bolt. Can't find any. And now ZS has gone for a Scepter. Not a very common build in the pro games. Mostly we see him see ZS going for a Bloodstone Blink and Refreshers. And there's the Abyssal Blade completed by the anti-mage.
Yes, it is. Let's take a look at what Spectre's building. She's going in for the Manta style, it looks like. So, but still quite far away.
She's going for a Manta, but it's been a long time that she's gotten that Vanguard, and she should really be farming more quickly.
This is it. Envy looking to push the high ground in the top lane over here. Wind Ranger with the Aegis on the front lines, looking to do some
Kollo had a
damage.
decent high ground defense there with the Earthshaker and the Spectral Haunt as well.
Now in comes the Spectre Haunt, in comes AB Sama with a nice Fisher, the supports are just falling, in comes a beautiful Duke that the Wind Ranger is gonna fall there to the Spectre, and now this is Tultras on the Rubik, he's gonna be spotted off, but he just manages to escape. 2 heroes fall there for Envy, and a successful defense there shown by Sara Kollo.
Meanwhile, the creeps hitting away at the range barracks in the bottom lane. Not a really big loss, even if that barrack does go down.
Yeah, and as you were saying, Sara Kollo have good high ground defense, or I would say that's the only strategy which they are pulling off. The Spectre going off with the Haunt, before the Zeus, the Zeus ultimate followed up by the Spectre ultimate. Oh, the Slada has already fallen, Zeus takes a fall. The Spectre wiping everyone off the map. The Fisher is gonna miss out on that occasion on the Earthshaker, and Shizzy is gonna be able to live scot-free yet again. But does he have some different plans in his head? Okay, he doesn't. He goes back to farming. And this last 2 engagements have given Spectre a lot of farm and boost, as you can see in the gold change. The Spectre picked up a couple of kills in those engagements, and the Manta has already completed with the bank of 1700 gold. So this looks good for Sara Kollo now.
Oh yes, definitely. Those last 2 gangs giving the Spectre a lot. And what do you think she should be going for now?
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Well, a lot of options which Spectre can pick up. Heart is quite common to pick up, but a Skadi would also be quite the item, and the game-changing item, as our analyst has suggested in the house over here. And basically what the Skadi will do is slow down the heroes after the Haunt, which gives Sara Kollo enough time to come in and to put the fissures followed up with the Zeus ultimates. Exactly what you said.
What really the gang at the top tower, what helped Sara Kollo was that gem on who's that? The gem on the Earthshaker, because there are 2 Glimmer Capes on the side of Envy, and both were used immediately after the Haunt, and they wouldn't have got those kills had it not been for the gem.
It's Roshan spawning time soon. 39 seconds till Roshan spawns, and this can be the gank of the game if both the teams go in for the commitment. But Sara Kollo have something else in mind. They're moving towards Envy's direction here in the top lane, and let's see if anything turns out in their favor. The Doom has now brought up the Shiva's card recipe. Actually, he's got enough gold to complete it, but probably just keeping the gold for the buyback, doing the right thing. And the Roshan is gonna spawn.
Yeah, he's gonna stay for the buyback.
The Roshan has spawned, and Sara Kollo actually just managed to get a glimpse of it before the Spectre illusion disappeared. And this can be a right time there for them to move in. But the thing with Sara Kollo is that they do not have enough right click. I mean, as fast of a right click damage as.
And
here comes the Doom again.
This can be a game-changing gank over here. Tenza get through with a couple of kills there. Shizzy has gone down. 2 heroes already down. Windy now in trouble. She's gonna go down.
Spectre has a dagger. Never mind. LVL dead does the job. This is gonna be a free Roshan for Sara Kollo now. Beautiful play there coming out from this Doombringer, finding out the right anti-mage and dooming him on time. And as you could see, even if his team is not around, there is immediate follow-up from Tenza Zengetsu on that Spectre and giving a lot of damage.
Yes, and they couldn't have gone for a Roshan without these pickoffs because, well, Envy have a lot of pushing potential in that Wind Ranger and Anti-Mage. So now, with the two of them, along with the supports down, they can easily take this Roshan.
Yeah, now it's not a problem there for Team Sara Kollo, and now this looks a bit of a trouble for Team NV. The age is being picked up by Zeus, and the cheese is left on the floor for someone else to pick. The courier is gonna pick it up for the time being.
Yeah, Korea is pretty fat now.
Yeah, our analyst is wondering why did not Sara Kollo give the ages to the Spectre, and why was the Zeus the immortal bearer over here? Any ideas on that, Kopya?
Well, I'm guessing the Zeus goes down pretty easily in the battle, and Tensa Zangetsu is not really that, not really that easy to kill. So they know that Spectre is not going to go down, but if the ZS goes down and he comes back, they have that extra force in the battle.
The Zeus is also quite beefy actually. He's got 2.5k HP, 500 more than the
Sorry, I
Spectre.
didn't hear you completely. Zeus is also?
The Zeus also has quite a lot of HP going on his favor, but let's see.
Well,
then-
he does, but
yeah, of course,
once,
refraction
the
does come
abyssal-
into play. I mean, dispersion.
Yeah, and once the Abyssal, well, if you've seen in the last two gangs, Shizzy opted to go with the Abyssal on the ZS and finished him off. So if that is still Shizzy's plan, then that one will be foiled.
Mm-hmm. Spectre, if you see, has built up quite a fancy bank there for herself, and 5.5k gold stack on him. So let's see what the Spectre is gonna build. Probably the heart or our analyst's favorite, Skadi. What do you think?
I guess if you, it's difficult to tell. Yeah, but I agree with our analyst there. Skadi can definitely give a lot of chasing potential with that slow on the haunt illusions. So a cookie for the analyst.
Definitely.
Well, she's got 6 slots as of now. For the next gang, she's gonna go for the cheese. I mean, she's gonna go for keeping the cheese.
Ah, here we go. Shizzy has disconnected yet again on that anti-mage.
Story of the game.
The thing about casting in this region is you spend most of the time just waiting for the teams to reconnect and come back, and let's say 2 games take 2 hours and it turns out to be 3.5 hours.
Oh yes, tell me about it. It's pretty frustrating. Alright, I am AFK for a while. I'm just going to be back. Carry on with the casting in case Shizzy does come back. I'll be right back.
And here we go. Shizzy is back on his hero. Let's just take a look at for the guys who've just joined us. This is Envy versus Sara Kollo, Game 2 in MSDT Season 1, and Game 1 was taken by Envy, and this looks like quite an even game now. Sara Kollo pulling back from deaths of defeat there. Already one side of racks going down for Sara Kollo, but the Spectre is proving to be quite fatal there now. Gopya, are you there? Gopya. Never mind, Gopya isn't there.
Warhog. Yeah, I'm there.
Yeah, you're
I
there.
am there, but I've got a friend over who's come to collect my hookah.
Well, okay, too much
I'll
information on the international portal.
If you want, I can also tell you what flavors I've got.
No, that should be fine there, unless the spectators are interested in knowing your hookah flavors and standards.
Well, I've got pan rasna. Anyways, I'll just be back.
Yeah, sure. Enjoy your pan rasna. And meanwhile, as Gopya takes care of his hookah business, here we are back into the game. Shizzy is back on his anti-mage, and here we go, quite neck to neck, if I must say. As you can see, Sara Kollo managing to pull down things in their side now, with the 2.5k lead in their favor now. So Sara Kollo's time to shine now. The Spectre is still holding on to that gold. 6.2k now in the bank, and looks like she can, let's see how much surplus, 4.7, so she's probably just waiting to get that surplus to the right amount and get the next inventory. See, but the problem on Envy, Sara Kollo's side is that still, as we can see, two of the towers, the T1 towers, are still standing for Team Envy, and this is gonna be take time basically for Sara Kollo to break. Rather, more than the time, it's gonna be tedious. Like, they're gonna be maybe a buyback and into the towers, and they're gonna face some difficulties getting that. And here we see Convict and Stone Cold hiding there in the background, looking to get some things done in the top lane, but they should know that maybe the Spectre won't be hanging out around, and they do back off in the right time. The Spectre actually. Meanwhile, Zeus just does he have an idea? Is he gonna spam out a bolt and check out what's happening in the forest? No, never mind. He's just gonna return back to base. So Shizzy back to farming. He's got the heart already next 2.6k in the kitty, and he also has the buyback for the next fight. Net worth skyrocketing still for this anti-mage, but with the farm the Spectre has got, I think he has enough to fight this anti-mage. Meanwhile in the middle lane there, the Doom being again rightly used on this anti-mage. 3 heroes have fallen for Envy, and this looks like a disaster now for Team Envy. Wow, I mean, I missed out half of that gang there, but I saw the Doom being put out. Meanwhile, the Rubik and the Winter Wyvern had just disappeared. So this is Sara Kollo's turn to push now, and Tenza Zengetsu has picked up the Butterfly. So quite a nice option going against so much physical damage. But as we see, Windranger has already picked up her MKB. But the major reason for Spectre to get the Butterfly is to deal with the anti-mage damage. And Sara Kollo are gonna just back away, forcing out the buybacks from the anti-mage. The Aegis has expired there on the Zeus. So Envy have gathered in the middle lane. The rest of Envy have smoked up apart from the anti-mage. In comes the Slardar trying to get the kill off on the Doom. The Doom does fall, but so does the Slardar in there. In comes the anti-mage getting the kill there off on the Earthshaker, and now this is a sudden attack there on Sara Kollo's camp, but Envy decide to retreat, and in comes the Spectre trying to get off the kills on the supports, and the Rubik trying to juke it out, but the Spectre illusion is following him. He's gonna find himself in trouble. He dies off to the Spectre Icons. Meanwhile, the Winter Wyvern has also fallen down to the Zeus. So sudden good comeback there. I wouldn't say comeback, rather good counter action there shown by Sara Kollo immediately after the Doom died. So the buyback actually was spent by Doom, so this is something which they should be concerned about, but so has the anti-mage for the next 4 minutes.
Catch me up. What's happened?
So something interesting happened. Sara Kollo are looking quite strong now, and Envy did try to do a nice move there, going in and getting the Slardar out first, the Doom out first rather, with the Slardar. Yeah, the Spectre has picked up the Butterfly. And also the cheese, and you just missed out on an interesting engagement there. 3 heroes falling there for Envy, and 2 heroes did fall down for Sara Kollo, but Sara Kollo were quite dominant there with that chase, you could say.
Alright, so the cheese is still intact. The Aegis I see has fallen.
Yeah, the Aegis was actually expired there on Paradox. The cheese is there on... Yes, the Aegis did expire on the Zeus rather than was used. He has 15 Bloodstone charges, so it's gonna be quite an early spawn there for Zeus if he dies. But both the teams now playing it out patiently. The game has...
Yeah, it's gonna be an early Rosana respawn.
Yeah, both the teams now...
the Butterfly is the best idea on the Spectre, considering that, well, the Windranger already has an MKB.
According to our analyst in the house, the Spectre should have gone for the Skadi build, but I believe our guy over here. And actually the Butterfly, yes, MKB has been picked up by the Windranger, and not the most ideal, you could say. He could have rather gone for the Skadi and buffed up himself with those stats and HP and also the slow. mind you. And look at this
Okay,
now.
there's a
Sara
smoke
Kollo have
dash coming
smoked
in
up.
over here.
They're looking to get things done there on this anti-mage. He's gonna fall down there instantly. This is a die back on the anti-mage. But meanwhile, Zeus has fought back to do his double ultimate. And it looks like Spectre not gonna get anything further out of it. The Wyvern and the
This is
anti-mage
big trouble
fallen.
here for Envy. Some
Yeah.
super play there by the Earthshaker and Satan on the Doom.
Yeah, the
And that
Doom
anti-mage
bringer.
didn't stand a chance.
Yeah, the anti-mage completely getting wrecked, you could say. And now this is Sara Kollo's time to... and now they're Shizzy making... I like the Leshrac patch. More comments. And some banter going on there between both the teams. And this is Sara Kollo claiming T3 tower. There's a buyback there by the Slardar. Looks like Wind Ranger is doing substantial amount of damage onto AB Sama. There's a beautiful shackle coming out onto this Doom as well as the Earthshaker. Nice defense shown out by Envy. The Grave is gonna keep the Doom alive for the time being. The damage coming out from the Earth charges, is it gonna be enough to finish him off? Meanwhile, what is happening behind here?
Probably the game for Sara Kollo here.
Again, nice shackles thrown there by the Wind Ranger. There's still cheese used there by the Spectre, so he's gonna be up on full HP. This is mid-racks, and now Sara Kollo just look to retreat because none of the outer towers have fallen for them to take any further damage into the base.
What? I got disconnected. I didn't hear the entire banter. So Shizzy claims that Doom is the gayest hero Gaben ever made.
Yeah, because he got doomed and he died, and it was a dieback. So that kind of proved fatal for Team Envy. Not fatal, you could say, but it did get them their axe lost.
Yeah, well, not the most common. I mean, probably not ever picked on an anti-mage, but in the circumstances, would the Lincolns have been a better choice instead of the BKB?
I don't know. Lincoln's does take up a slot, and for an hero like Anti-Mage doesn't provide anything, I would say. I mean, it does block the damage, but again, I mean, playing against Sara Kollo, if they know that the Lincoln's is up, and of course the Doom has the LVL to put, and if the Doom has fast hands, he can easily get the Doom off with the LVL.
Yes, definitely. But the BKB seems pretty useless once the Doom has been put on.
Yeah, the BKB is more towards blocking damage coming out from the Zeus and the Radiance, and also the Earthshaker, I believe. But yes, I mean, the Anti-Mage could have gone for something stronger earlier into the game, like probably the Heart, or yeah, the Heart seems like a nice option there.
So we're nearing the 1 hour mark, and it's a 15,000 XP lead for Sara Kollo, not to mention a 14k lead in the net worth. They've really turned things around.
What is this Spectre up to, I would like to see, because she has got 9k gold in the kitty, and in the last two ganks, I mean, she did not even require to get any more inventory to do the damage.
She can probably go for a Crimson Guard here.
Heart, get the Heart.
Yes, she'll have more than enough to get the Heart once the cheese is down. But in the current event, she can go for a Crimson Guard.
She should just sell off the Vanguard and get the Heart.
And maybe later go for a Skadi as well.
Exactly. Now you're thinking like a 4k player.
Yeah, well, my thoughts have always been at 6k. Now I'm thinking like a 4k.
Radiant's top tower is under
Big
attack.
words spoken there by the big man, Gopya.
Thank you. The bottom Cleveland tower is still standing for Envy. Not for
Yeah,
long.
finally it's been the Virgin Tower finally been penetrated over here. Okay, that sounded wrong. Never mind,
No,
but it's gonna go down. And here we go, Envy looking to push, do some damage. There comes the Doom onto the anti-mage. He's BKB'd up. The Spectre has popped her ultimate, and they're looking to get some damage done onto this anti-mage over here, who's looking to be quite weak. He does fall down to the Doom. Finally, again, anti-mage, and again they've lost 2 cores over here. Windranger also fallen. Now the Spectre's gonna just BOT on the other side and do the damage, the DPSing. And as you can see, this is just, I mean, ridiculous amount of farm on the Spectre. At least get something. Stop taunting the casters. And we are trying to predict your inventory. And yeah, there's a buyback there by anti-mage. But it's just gonna force back Sara Kollo for the time being.
Which should help them defend. And well, quite intelligently, SK, knowing that they've done enough damage, have gone back.
Yes, indeed, and
it's Sara Kollo's turn to pause.
now the anti-mage has just recently bought back, and if you can see, the Doom is already up. The refresher being popped by Doom. So if they catch him again, this can be Sara Kollo's game.
Oh yes, definitely. Because once he goes down, he'll be gone for a good 2 minutes or so.
The Windranger is actually chasing down the Dazzle. Windranger also bought back, so quite a risky move there, considering she's quite far away from her team, and Sara Kollo are in the background. Gopya?
Oh yeah. I'll just be there. 1 minute.
Yeah, stop smoking your hookah and pay attention to the game now. Here we go, unpaused there. Stone Cold on that Windranger, looking to do some damage onto the Dazzle, but there is Sara Kollo backing him up.
Yeah, I'm back. And a shackle on the 2 Manta illusions.
Yeah, let's take a look. Let's recap the heroes and the inventories for our spectators who have just joined. And this is Envy versus Sara Kollo. This is Envy versus.
Okay, this is the heart. Finally, she sells off the Vanguard and gets the heart.
Yes. So for the guys who've just joined us, this is Envy versus Sara Kollo in the MSDT tournament season number 1. Game number 2. The first game was taken by Envy, and we are having oh, what a game in the second round, you could say. You could say. And zooming into the Doom, who's been doing the work for Sara Kollo, and looking quite badass there with his gear. Actually, he doesn't have gear, does he? He does have some sort of gear. Okay, never mind, my screen looks bugged. Okay, here we go.
So the Spectre still has 5.1k surplus even after considering for her buyback. Probably waiting for the cheese to go down.
Dire's tower is under attack.
And here we see rat tactics coming out from the anti-mage, just doing some sort of damage there on the illusion onto the tower. But let's see, I mean, now I am putting my money on Sara Kollo with that Spectre quite farmed up already. 7k, 8k rather in the bank. The Skadi is up there for grabs for him.
So if you look at the buyback status, literally no one on NV side has a buyback. And every player on Sara Kollo's side has a buyback.
Yeah, Paradox, they're getting a bit caught off there by Windrunner. But never mind, they all are gonna back up.
NV will probably opt to play it safe. I think this is the right time for Sara Kollo to go on the offensive, considering that, well, for at least 4 minutes, both their cores do not have a buyback. Both of NV's cores do not have a
Yes,
buyback.
precisely. And Zeus has also built up quite a bank for himself. What do you think he's gonna build into? Octane core?
Oh yeah, Octane core would be a good choice. And he's got about 4k surplus, so probably get a soul booster before.
Yeah, Sara Kollo just waiting out on this occasion. They're waiting to get the refresher back on Doom, I'm assuming, and get the double Doom off. So let's see, there is the Spectre Haunt available, so he can push in from the other side. Meanwhile, his team pushes on the other side. But the top lane has been pushed by team NV.
Yeah, I don't think that will be a big problem because you have 4 heroes on the side of Sara Kollo who've got boots of travel, not to mention Spectre has the haunt as well. She's been shackled, but she shouldn't mind that.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I think she'll go back after taking this tower.
Here you can see the Wind Ranger just TP'd in top, so I think NV has a play to go in and kill this Zeus who's been defending in the top lane and probably get the second racks and trade it for this bottom push which is coming on from Sara Kollo's side.
Radiant's
I
bottom
mean, quite an
tower is
interesting
under
TP
attack.
there by Wind Ranger. She's gonna be off that boots
Yeah,
of
that's the
travel for
only
some
choice
time.
that NV have right now. If they go for a 5-for-5 fight, they're not going to come up on top.
And
So-
yes, they do that. They do get the Zeus kill on the top, near the top tower. Meanwhile, Tenza Zengetsu on the Spectre doing the work on the bottom tower here. And he's not bothered about any sort of disable. He's just going and right-clicking away to glory. Meanwhile, the top lane TPs are coming out from Sara Kollo's side. The Wind Ranger in bit of trouble. She's gonna be fissured up, followed up by the stun. Never mind, she's gonna BKB away, and in comes the Doom. That two heroes doomed at the same time. Both of them fall. This was the dieback on the Wind Ranger, who's gonna have her buyback on cooldown for another 2 minutes. So this is Sara Kollo's time to shine and finish the game in right
Yeah,
amount
there's a
now.
dieback on the Wind Ranger. The only good news for NV is that Convict on the Slardar does have a buyback. And look at that, he has buy the Desolator.
So finally the cheese being utilized by the Spectre, finishing off people. Good game, well played, called by the Spectre.
Well, there is no Doom available now. Both the Dooms have been used.
Yes, but I think Spectre doesn't need Doom now.
Radiant's bottom Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And as you could see, the
Well,
Spectre
she's got
just
a lot of evaders.
the Spectre just ignoring what the anti-mage is doing and now just casually right-clicking him. And she's just not bothered what the anti-mage has to offer in this game. and he will just look to get the third racks. This looks like game for Sara Kollo, and we are gonna have 1-all in the series, and we are gonna have third game soon enough, but not today, probably tomorrow or day after. Let's see if the GG calls come in by then. In comes Convict with a nice 4-man stun. The Zeus is gonna fall down. This is a dieback on the Zeus, is it so? No, there's a buyback available. The Doom has been put out by the Doombringer. Shizzy is gonna fall. I mean, Convict is gonna fall. Shizzy is gonna follow. No buybacks there on the anti-mage as well as the Slardar.
The Dire now have mega cubes. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And there seems to be a... Well, the trash talk seems to have gotten serious. And that's a 3-sided mega. That should... Well, the GG calls still haven't come in. Windranger trying to do as much as she can.
Radiant's middle tower
Doom will go down. He hasn't graved up, but he'll go down.
There is
And
buyback
pressure
available.
being picked up.
Yeah, the pressure being picked up by Spectre.
Radiant's ancient is under attack. Radiant's ancient is under attack. Radiant's ancient is under attack. Radiant's ancient is under attack.
Well, and we haven't called GG yet. Bit of misunderstanding there by both the teams.
That'll be.
So that's taken care of. Bit of fight there between both the players. Looks like Envy are defending against
Oh, yeah.
three-side megas. Looks like Envy are defending against three-side megas. Quite the task now at their hand. But let's see. This is Dota.
Okay,
They can
Shizzy
pull it
being
off.
doomed again. He's gonna go down here. That's gonna be a dieback for Shizzy.
Oh God, these guys.
Well, I'm guessing our crowd must be getting some good entertainment.
And here we see quite a lot happening there. I'm not even gonna bother commentating on what's happening. The game is already ending in the sideline. Sara Kollo picking up. So Sara Kollo picking up the win, leveling up the series. And some shots being fired there by both the teams. Shizzy and Tenza having a bit of a flamey fight there, but never mind. This is Dota, it keeps happening. This is Mac Gaming, Warhog and Gopya bringing to you Metal Sinin Dota 2 tournament. And signing off, it's been a long day. Good night, Gopya.
Oh yeah, good night. I really hope these two sort out their priorities. This is pretty stupid. I mean, it's just a game.
Yeah, it's just a game and...
And there will be losses, there will be
Never
victories,
mind,
but
I
this
mean,
is just not done.
this is not done, it's fine. Keeps happening. Maybe tomorrow they'll apologize to each other and be friends again. But keeps happening, never mind. Anyways, good night guys. See you for the next match between Sara Kollo and Envy. We are gonna have another match between these two teams as both of these teams are tied on the table.
Yes, and make sure you practice Warhog because Mac Gaming has made it to the next round as well. So
Yes, we are in the lower
better keep
bracket.
practicing.
Okay guys, good night and have a good night. Farewell. See you.
You